Okay, so now we are seeing def first search, that is df and s. Okay, so what actually dfs is, whenever we are starting from any vertex, it will going to the any to the depth of that graph. Okay, so whenever the user says me to dfs this graph from 1, so what I am doing, from 1 I am taking any adjacent node from 1, whether I can take 0, whether I can take 2. Here I am selecting 2, so from 1 I am going to 2. So from 2 there, where should I go, where can I go, from to 1, 0 and 3, because but 1 is already being visited. Okay, so I will either go to 0 or go to 3. Okay, I can go anywhere. I suppose I will go to 3, and from 3 there is no unvisited node. Okay, so from 3 I can say it is a depth of that graph, depth of this graph. Okay, so from 3 there is no there is not any unvisited adjacent vertex. There is only one, that is 2, and it is been already visited. Okay, so I will backtrack to 2 and see whether if from 2 is there any unvisited adjacent node. Yeah, there is a node, that is 0, so I will go to 0. So in this way, from 0 unvisited node is 4, and as all nodes are printed in this way. So as in BFS we are getting help of a queue, in DFS we use stack. But either than using the stack, okay, I will tell you how it works. Okay, whenever the user ask me to start from 1, I will push 1 into the stack, then I will go to 2, okay, then 3. Okay, these are printed. From 3 I can't go anywhere, so I will delete this 3. Okay, so firstly I will insert 1, print 1, insert 2, print 2, insert 3, print 3. Then from 3 I can't go anywhere, so I am deleting this 3. Now top is 2. From 2 I can go to 0. Okay, so 0 is pushed, so from 0 is printed and 0 is pushed, and from 0 I can go to 4, so 4 is printed. And now also the backtracking is important. From 4 I can't go anywhere, so I will pop this 4 from the stack and backtrack to 2. Okay, backtrack to first this 0. From 0 there is no other branch. Okay, if there is any other node from this. Okay, for that reason backtracking is important. It will delete one by one element till the stack is empty, so it will backtrack in this way. So in this way the elements are being printed. I hope you have understood it. Okay, so this is our previous program. Now let's make changes to it. So now the function we are calling is void dfs. As I am telling here, it is a recursive approach, because actually implementing stack is quite difficult. So rather than going into such mess things, I will tell you one simple solution. I will call this dfs recursively. As I call this dfs recursively, the compiler itself uses stack for the solution of this recursive approach. Okay, so I don't have to actually use this stack. The stack is being used by the compiler, okay, for this particular function. So integer adjacency matrix, okay, for that number of vertices, integer start. Okay, as I am calling it, I am saying that I am calling it recursively, so visited should be passed here. Why I am telling that? In the case of BFS, I am not calling BFS inside the BFS. Okay, so whenever I am creating one visited array, it will be same for whole the function, but I am calling DFS inside DFS. So when I am creating visited array inside DFS, it will, whenever I call DFS inside DFS, it will initialize to 0. So there is no, so the visited, how the visited would work. Okay, so for that I am passing the visited array here. Okay, for single dimension there is no need to give the size. Okay, for multi-dimensional there is needed to give the column at least. Okay, so for implementing, for getting this visited array, I have to get the visited array here. Okay, number of vertices times. Okay, then again I have to call the same line. Okay, and for that visited of I is initialized to 0 for this. Okay, then I am okay, then first let's design this DFS for your understanding. So what I am doing is here is just print start. Okay, so start is %d and just \t to understand. Okay, I am printing the start. Okay, from here I am searching for an element, okay, which is adjacent to start. So how I can do here is for integer I is equal to 0, I is less than number of vertices and I plus plus. Okay, now if visited of I not equal to 0, okay, not equal to 1 means it is not visited. Okay, we have to check it is not visited, the adjacent node is not visited. Okay, and there is an edge. Start to that I. Okay, are you getting the things or not? Okay, then what I am doing here is I am printing the start from where I wanted to start. Okay, so I wanted to start from 1, so I am just printing 1. So I am searching for the adjacent elements for 1. So for whether I am checking that element means that I is visited or unvisited. Okay, that is not visited. Okay, again check is there any edge from that node. Okay, so it will check from for 0 and 2. So it will check first for 0 because as 0 is come first before 2, so it will first check for 0 and then 2. And while finding, we can take from any of 1. We can also go to 2 or also go to 4, that doesn't matter. So 4, so it will go to 2. Okay, so for 2 what I have to do is first mark it visited, and the magic is that just call this easy, pass this, and now start it with this I. Okay, that's it, no need to write this again and again. Okay, what I have done is here I have checked whether there is any unvisited adjacent node to this one. If there is, then call for DFS for that node. For that node it will go till there is an end. Okay, for 3 there is an end, so it will go back. Okay, in this way it will backtrack and solve this program and give us the desired answer. So I think you have clear about DFS. So whenever we are calling this visited this DFS, it is going to the depth of the graph, and when the last base condition satisfies, it will come out of the means it will backtrace. Okay, now design the main condition. Enter 1 for BFS, enter 2 for DFS. Okay, enter 2 for DFS backslash n, enter 3 for printing, and enter 4 to exit. Now the condition is 3 case 4 to exit. Okay, print for 3 and call DFS. Okay, so for DFS I also need from which node I wanted to start. Okay, from which node I wanted to start. I am using the same variable start as it will as it will take the new value as DFS, and the arguments for DFS, if there is one more argument for DFS, and that is visited array. Okay, so I want to pass here visited. Okay, I think it should work fine. Let's try gcc graph 1.c. Okay, I have just printed this address of sign. That's my mistake, sorry. 17 line number. Now it should work fine. Okay, it is working fine. Then here we go. There are 5 nodes. From 1 to 2 there is node, 2 to 3 there is node, 0 to 4 there is node, 1 to 0 there is node, 2 to 0 there is node, and -1 and -1. 5 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 5 no edges I have. Okay, I am always calling this as node, but there are edges. Okay, I am sorry for that. So printing the adjacency matrix. The adjacency matrix is this. BFS we also we have discussed in earlier. Okay, okay, for the case. Okay, and I have not designed the condition for new, so I'm sorry. I had to again run this program, compile, run, and again give the inputs. Okay, from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 1 to 0, 2 to 0, 0 to 4, -1 -1. Okay, adjacency matrix is this. Let's find the DFS. DFS we are finding from 1. So now I will give how. Okay, just enter. So okay, there is again some mistake. I'll just see, the one is printed twice, and what I have done is here is whenever I am marking it is visited. Okay, sorry, yeah, so this is the program. Okay, this is my previous program. That was my previous program. I am just referring from it. So what I have done is I have just printed start, but the visited of that start should point 1. Now it should work fine 100%. Okay, again compile, run, and give the edges. 1 to 2 there is an edge, 2 to 3 there is an edge, 0 to 4 there is an edge, 1 to 0 there is an edge, and 0 to 2 there is an edge. In any order we can give it. Okay, this is the adjacency matrix, and this is DFS starting from 1. Okay, I have done some mistakes that are here I don't need. it is only needed up to this, means each time the node start. Okay, otherwise it will just like as it will just act as DFS. So now it should work now, and also you can also write like this. Okay, otherwise no problem. If you don't write, there is no problem for that also. Now it should work. 5 edges, 1 to 2 there is an edge, 2 to 3 there is an edge, 0 to 4 there is an edge, 1 to 0 there is an edge, and 2 to 0 there is an edge, -1 and -1. Okay, what I have done here. Okay, adjacency matrix is whether correct or not. 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0. Okay, I think it's fine, as I have done just some ending mistake here. Okay, that doesn't matter. So enter DFS from 1. Again it's saying okay. Yeah, I got it to problem. Okay, this program, this function is fine, but each time when I'm calling this BFS, the whenever I call, then only the this loop is initialized, otherwise not of any use. Okay, so just this I'm initializing it 0 before whenever I am calling it. Okay, suppose I have called this I have initialized to 0 at this. Okay, then I have called it for 1, and again I have called it for 2, then it won't work. Okay, the same is happening here. So for that I have just initialized this visited array after I have entered the that I wanted the for search. Okay, so now it is gcc graph1.c. now it should work, it must work now. Okay, 5. So the array sorry 3 to 2. Okay, 0 to 4 edge, 1 to 0 edge, 2 to 0 edge, -1. Okay, now it is working fine. Okay, DFS from 1. Okay, first it will go to 1, then from 1 there is no 0, then from 0 it will go from to 2. Okay, from 2 there is only 1. Okay, 3. From 3 whenever it reaches 3 there is a dead end, so it will backtrack to 2, backtrack to 0, and will go just like this up to 4. Okay, from 4 it will backtrack to 0 and backtrack to 1. Okay, in this way whole DFS work. And again, if I want to find a DFS from 0, so from 0, okay, from 0 where it will go? First it will go to 1. Okay, from 1 it will go to 2, it will go to 3. For whenever it reaches 3 there is a dead end, so it will backtrack to 2, then go to 0 and go to 4. So our DFS is working fine. In the previous video we have also implemented BFS. So now BFS and DFS are done using adjacency matrix. I will see you in the adjacency list video. Okay, so goodbye till then.